Good morning students, welcome to this video. Previous class we will learn about the saprotrophs. The saprotrophs mean the some organism get food from death and decay matter, that is called the saprotrophs. Now I am going to talk about the next subtopic, the how nutrients are replenished in the soil. How nutrients are replenished in the soil. Do you know already? Have you seen the farmer? They are added the manure and fertilizer in the field. Why they are added? Some nutrients is important for growing plants. So plants where will get all the nutrients from the soil. So that way the farmer added the manure and fertilizers in the field. Have you understood? Farmer added the manure and fertilizers in the field. Already the plants absorb minerals and nutrients from the soil only. So where we get all the nutrients? From the soil surface only. So the plants absorb that minerals and nutrients from the soil. So that amount of soil is become a weaker. So that is, don't worry, the decline. Decline. So decline means what? So decline means the soil become a weaker. So what do you understand this word? Is decline means nothing but to become a weaker. For example, this is one of the agricultural land. Now we are showing some of the seeds. Then after you get seeds from that field, so that process called what? Harvest. During that time, the farmer they are added some of the manure and fertilizers. So that manure and fertilizer get the plants. Okay, that manure and fertilizer plants get from the soil. So the next after harvesting, the soil is becoming weaker because there is no nutrients. Okay, so that way the farmer when they are doing that when they are showing that seeds, so that time what will happen? The farmer added the manure and fertilizer. So some of that nutrients is very important for growing plants. Some of the nutrients is very important for growing plants. So like the plants nutrients. So what are the plant nutrients is very important for growing plants? Means the nitrogen, okay, and phosphorus and potassium. So these are the plant nutrients. What are the nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium? So these are the major nutrients. So these nutrients is very important for growing plants. So these all the nutrients plants where will get from the soil only. So these are the nutrients is very important for growing plants. So that's why the farmer added the manure and fertilizer from the time to time, to enrich that soil quality. When we are farmer added the manure and fertilizer, so that's why what will happen? The soil having the good nutrients. Okay. So after when we are showing the seeds, so finally we will get the good yield from the field. Okay. So that is a very important process. And usually the crop is very important process of in the agriculture. So usually the crop require a lot of nitrogen to make proteins. So what are the nutrients is very important for crop. So the nitrogen is very important one of the nutrients. Okay. So the crop usually require that nitrogen to make a protein. So after harvesting, the soil to become a deficient in nitrogen. After harvesting, I already told. Now harvesting finish, what will happen? The empty land, So after harvesting, the soil become a deficient of nitrogen. Deficient of nitrogen. So what will happen? The nitrogen is needed for growing plants. The nitrogen is needed for growing plants. Okay. So the plant where will get nitrogen? Do you know one thing? This atmosphere consists of 70% of nitrogen, you know. So which form the gas is formed? You know that usually that maximum of nitrogen is present in air. But plants do not get this gaseous form. Then how will you get? So the plants get nitrogen in the soluble form only. You know the plants get nitrogen in the form of soluble. Have you understood? How is it possible? So the nitrogen is present in atmosphere. You know, so plants didn't get directly. Then how the nitrogen is converted in that soluble form? How is it possible? Can you guess? Okay. So something is there. Okay, so one of the bacteria is present in that soil surface. What is the name of the bacterium? The rhizobium. What is the name of the bacterium? So what is the name of the bacterium? Rhizobium. So the rhizobium is nothing but rhizobium is one kind of bacteria. So this bacteria where is this bacteria survived in the root of the gram and pulses. You know. So these rhizobium get the nitrogen from atmosphere air. You know, these rhizobium get the nitrogen from atmosphere in the gaseous form. Then is converted into the soluble form. Have you understood? Rhizobium gets the nitrogen from the air. Then the rhizobium, then the nitrogen is converted into the soluble form. The nitrogen is converted into the soluble form. Okay. Now what will happen? The soil is also having the soluble nitrogen is there. Next what will happen? Automatically the root it can absorb all the nutrients from the soil. Then all the nutrients, particularly the nitrogen, it can reach in the whole parts of the trees. Have you understood? So this is one of the way only the plants getting the nitrogen from that atmosphere. Okay, and another one important thing, the rhizobium, you know, these rhizobium do not prepare the own food. Do not prepare the own food. Okay, so where will survive this rhizobium? So this rhizobium is always survive or live in root of grams and pulses and among some of the tall item only. You know, so that's why they are saying the leguminous plants. You know that rhizobium actually where will live the root of the plant. So like these kinds, you know. So this is the rhizobium. So this rhizobium where will live? This rhizobium live always in root of gram and pulses, some of the leguminous plants. So these rhizobium cannot prepare the own food. Okay, these rhizobium cannot, you know, cannot make a own food. Okay, okay. So next, the plants, you know, now plants get the nitrogen from rhizobium. Okay, now plants get the nitrogen from the rhizobium. Okay. In return, what will happen? In return, plants provide food and shelter. The plant provide food and shelter for rhizobium. Okay, now first, you know, the plants, you know, like the rhizobium, you know, these rhizobium provide the nutrients for plants. Which nutrients? Nitrogen, specifically the nitrogen. So now plants get the nitrogen from rhizobium. Okay, next in return, plant in return to provide the food and shelter for rhizobium. Because this rhizobium cannot make your own food. Okay, so plant unit can prepare for the own food, you know. So these rhizobium cannot make their own food. Have you understood? So that's why what will happen? These rhizobium get the food and shelter from the plants. Now what will happen? Now the both organisms, you know, the plants as well as this rhizobium, you know. So these both organisms get benefited, you know. So the mutual benefit. So now both organisms get mutual benefit from one to another. So that is called the symbiotic relationship. That is called what? That is called the symbiotic. That is called what? The symbiotic relationship. The symbiotic relationship. Okay, so the symbiotic relationship is nothing but the both organisms get mutual benefited from one to another. So that is called the symbiotic relationship. Here the plants as well as the rhizobium. You know, the rhizobium provide the nitrogen for plants. In return, the plants provide the food and shelter for rhizobium. Okay, so this is one of the mutual understanding between the both organisms. So that is called the symbiotic relationship. It is called what? Symbiotic relationship. It is a very important 2 mark question. What is the symbiotic relationship mean? The such organism get the mutual benefit. Okay, from one to another. That is called the symbiotic relationship. It is very important significant for the farmer. Have you understood? So that is the topic over the how nutrients are replenished in that soil. Okay, so just to recall, in this lesson we have learned about the different mode of nutrients is there. You know, one is the autotrophs and heterotrophs and the saprotrophs. You know, just you remember once again, the autotrophs mean that organism can make their own food themselves. That is called autotrophs. You know, for example, the plants. And heterotrophs mean the such kinds of organism cannot make own food. So that organism is always dependent upon that other organism for food and survival. That is called that heterotrophs. The hetero means other. And saprotrophs nutrients mean nothing but the such kinds of organism cannot make their own food. Then how will you get food? So that organism get food from death and decay method. That is called the saprotrophic nutrients. Have you understood? Okay, thank you students.